All right.
Hi,
Hey,
Lauren.
Lauren.
Hey, we had a bunch of takers
Dang
for
it,
this
can't
one.
turn around.
Oh,
Ooh,
really?
nice.
I look for the givers personally, but
I was in there, Epolight.
but
Mm,
Someone asked me
nice.
what this event is about, and I'm like, I don't know. Come see. It's alcohol.
Make
Okay,
sure you're of
alcohol
age.
for
the
yes, it's definitely a
description is
21 in vet,
we host a
but
talk show, but we're both drunk as hell, and that's the premise. That's it.
that's usually
Yeah.
how my dates go. One of us has to be drunk as hell. It's like, oh man.
Is that when all the nice stuff
You
comes
wake
out
up
and
the
then you
next
realize
day,
who
it's
they
like,
are?
oh Jesus. Well, did
So,
I have
Who
fun at
are
least?
you and
Epolight,
why?
is it always tequila? Are you always doing margaritas these days?
These days, well, this time, like, I didn't feel like making a full batch of sour mix, so, like, I kind of splashed cranberry juice in it. I was like,
Oh, nice.
so it's kind of like,
Cranberry.
margarita. I also have, like,
That's like the
vodka,
college thing
cranberry,
to
and
do. Just
what?
cranberry juice and vodka. You just buy the cheapest vodka you can buy,
Yeah,
and a
well,
gallon
this
of
is,
cranberry juice.
Jesus, you can buy it in
Gordon,
gallons?
Oh
Lauren, you
no,
put
I
on a leather
agree.
jacket?
Yeah, just get the cheapest, like freaking like $10 vodka. You can get them at Kroger's or
Oh, yeah, it's usually the best the next fucking
Kroger.
day. You're like, oh, Jesus, what the hell did I drink?
I had a friend in college. He was this Russian guy, cliche, no less. Used to get like the Gordon's vodka in the gallon one in the plastic jug, and he would just
hmm
walk around campus with it. And we used to call it like Dr. Yakov's Magic Brew. All right, we'll have
Dr.
to
Yes.
Yak.
Thank you,
Thank you,
thank
Lauren.
you.
Dr. Yakov's Magic Brew. We'll leave it
We
there.
need to schedule. We need to schedule a
Dr.
special
Jackoff. I
like.
like that guy.
Yakov.
We need
Oh,
to schedule
yeah.
like a special weekend show to get Lauren on or something.
We do. We do. And then she'll probably lose her job. They'll be like, you, you sanctioned this event?
There's nothing against me
Yeah, we don't do
imbibing,
like.
particularly if I'm not on the clock.
There you go. So that's
Yeah, there you
good.
go.
It
You
works.
There
know?
you
It's fine.
go. We'll find a date. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you for
Yeah, they
coming
can
and
message me on
bringing the
Discord,
people.
guys. We always mention that, but we
Yeah,
never make it work out. But let's do it.
I mean,
let's do it.
I
Yeah.
need to find a date myself, you know? So if you're into taller people and let's definitely, I mean, fucking COVID's been wreaking havoc on my sex life. I'm sorry. Like, I
I
can't
mentioned
go out and
I'm
find
not
new
getting on
people.
dates in
You
2020.
can't go
I have a
experiment or
husband,
nothing?
so he's just there.
Uh,
Oh, well, that just, I guess it happens, you know? Like,
we'll
it's tough.
answer questions later on in the show, Jacob. But stick around. We'll open
Not
up
fuck it.
participation. I
Actually, you
think
know
he
what,
wants a
Jacob? You
beer.
know
Yeah,
what?
here you go.
Oh, give him a beer. There you go.
Thank you. Oh
It's
my
on the
god, where'd
floor.
it go?
All right, let's hit it off, Sergius.
Someone stole it, I think.
Okay, thank
Oh,
you.
there you
Someone
go.
stole my other one.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's 5 o'clock somewhere, the drunken talk show where anything goes. I'm your host, DogeCola. This is my lovely bartender co-host,
Epolight Laval. Where's my hands? Where's my
Epolight.
hands?
Alrighty. Legally, we have to tell you we did not write that porno music you just heard. Sergius,
It is called.
who wrote
It is
it?
called. It is called Proto Funk by Kevin McLeod at Incompetech.com.
That's what he says, but I'm pretty sure you just went on like freaking Pornhub and got the first song.
Hey, I didn't
Hey,
find
Well,
it. That was all Epo.
well, I mean, I
oh,
happen to know
now
this
that makes
website,
sense. Now
so
that makes sense. It's all
I
coming
mean,
together now.
if you appear on Pornhub, they give you free access. So
Oh, nice.
Noted.
Good to know.
Nice.
I mean, I'm just saying, I
So,
don't know firsthand, but
first hand,
anyway.
second hand,
Well,
two hands at the same time.
well, that's only like two parts of the train. Anyway, so
Epolite, how's your weekend been?
it's going pretty good. It's you know what? Apparently, the governor shut down indoor dining for restaurants and bars again. So it looks like more time off. Woo! It's like getting a
Nice.
paid vacation. Yes,
Yeah, you're on a paid
holidays.
vacation. Why not?
Exactly. I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than working, which is almost nothing. At least now I get paid. But god damn.
Yeah,
I've
sorry.
never seen anybody deep throat a beer bottle before now, so
It seems.
I'm not drinking beer, but you know,
Oh my, taking the whiskey bottle then. Impressive.
taking the whiskey
So,
bottle down my throat. Anyway, Epolight, yeah, go ahead. What was
so,
that?
so you want me to start? I guess I'll tell a little story. I feel bad for some of you. You may have heard some of this bit when I was trying to go crazy earlier on. I don't know, it was like I accidentally raised my hand for a singing show, and I don't sing. All right, like you know what I mean? Like it's so I just try to come up with like a mini
you can
bit.
try to sing.
No, we want to keep the audience. So I'm gonna try and say a couple jokes. Oh, first I gotta say, Macaulay Culkin did not get back to us yet about being a guest on the show. I tried to have our people reach out to him, and it just didn't work out. So
You tried all the
Well, I mean, what you didn't,
Yeah.
what you failed to realize was our people. It's just a chimpanzee in the broom closet.
something what I said. So, we're going to step up our Twitter game and go from there. But anyway, so I'm going to go into this thing, it's like, I hate using public restrooms. It's always like, I worry about catching a disease or, something like, I don't know.
Well,
something
I always...
Go ahead. Like I was worried about something servicing more ass than a proctologist on like Taco Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like I worry about. How about you?
You know what? The men's restrooms are always a fucking it is a nightmare. I always thought I guess this is a misconception. Yeah, I always thought the women's rooms were cleaner. I didn't think they were fucking gross too. Like,
well, let me explain.
I've been to both.
So, yeah.
It's not.
Stop having sex in the restrooms, okay? But no, it's like, like who goes to med school and goes, yeah, I want to be an ass specialist, like is that just like a hole you fall into? Like, I don't know, like why? Because I like big butts and I cannot lie. Other doctors can't deny. When I'm sorry, is that a proctologist joke? I don't know.
Sounds like, oh my god.
Anyway, so like I don't know, it's like a game show. Like, like what stall do I choose? I'm gonna go with door number 3. Let me see, no VD. Venereal diseases for those not in the country. Now, before you choose door number 3, what if I told you a woman took a diarrhea shit all over the seat? Are you gonna keep door number 3, or are you gonna take a door 1, or take a number 2? You know what I mean? Like it's. No. I'm going to take door number 1. Let's see what your prize is. It's a brand new UTI. Urinary tract infection, people. Nobody likes it.
Is it as bad as like the men's rooms, right? When you go into a men's room and they're like, you'd imagine a guy goes in there and be like, all right, time to piss on anything but the fucking toilet. It's literally everywhere. You can't take a step without it being fucking like you stepping in.
You guys don't have an excuse. Like don't you have like here you go. Like isn't it just don't you have an assisting tool? Like.
You would think that, right? You would think that, but it goes off in different directions sometimes. You don't have any control over it.
Do you know how to use your wang? Yes.
I've been to both restrooms, and they can be just as bad as each other. There's women's rooms where the floor is sticky, and you hear squish, 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 squish when you're walking out. And then there's the men's rooms where you've got the fucking paper towel and a puddle of piss still in the urinal that nobody decided to flush. They're both pretty bad.
Alrighty.
My favorite.
So you gotta choose piss on your feet or piss on your ass.
Well,
Piss on your own ass.
That sounds like a great freaking that sounds like a great like a comeback, like a curse word.
I'm gonna start saying that. I'm sure you find that on the seats too. Oh my gosh, you come back on your own ass. That's impressive. So, is that the opposite of the reach arounds? I'm not sure. Is that like the next step of that? Anyway, so
Maybe.
luckily I'm tall enough I can just hover over the bowl, you know what I mean? But not every pee stream works out just as planned, you know? Like I start out straight and then for no damn reason, the shit just just flies to the left. You're like, holy shit! Like you can feel the piss like running down your leg. It's hitting the seat, bouncing everywhere. Like, and it's oh my gosh, you feel it like dripping down your leg. And then after a while, you get to be like fucking Neo from the Matrix, like you know, trying to like trying to brace yourself from like the left. And now you're finally hitting the bowl. At least you think. And then all of a sudden, the pee's like, I'm gonna fucking go straight. Boom! Now you're hitting the other side of the damn seat. It's going everywhere. You feel it dripping down now your other bent leg, and yeah, it's pretty. It's not fun. It's not fun, you know. And like,
you know what you should do? You should just get up on the the hand dryer and just like put your crotch against that.
Making it rain.
I bet the people will just love that. Can you imagine walking into the restroom and you just see some lady like drawing her snatch on the fucking hair? Like,
I would be a weird thing you walk into, right?
I mean, I've seen people have sex in there before, and I remember I had to use one of my gay friends, Jose, to be the door, you know, because I went into like some gay bar in Philly, and I go to the restroom. They only had fucking one, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, I can't even choose what stall doesn't have VD. So you go in there, and you just go, and I'm like, there's no fucking door. There's men everywhere. Obviously, they're probably gay, so they don't give a fuck. But at the same time, like, this isn't Europe for me. So I'm like, Jose, you're kind of a big guy. Do you mind like being my door? You know what I mean? Like, can you just take up space? I know with 100%, you know, you're gay, so so I just literally pissing behind a Puerto Rican guy. Just, you know, like, I'm like, oh, thank you, Jose. Hopefully I didn't splash any on your feet, you know. I'm definitely sitting on this fucker. So, you know, but yeah, like, I don't know. Like, so after I'm finished pissing everywhere but the fucking bowl, I look back at the masterpiece Jackson Pollock splatter painting I created all over the seat.
Oh god!
You know, and I'm just standing in a puddle of what can only be piss on the floor. You know, because it wasn't there when I started. And then, you know, I don't know. Wearing wet socks blows, but wearing socks that you know is covered in piss is even fucking worse. You know, and then you work 8 hours in damp pants.
I can't say it.
That's usually when I look at myself and go and try and really, really reevaluate my life and go, is it really worth not catching VD from the toilet seat these next 8 hours that I have to work like this?
Wait, I just wanted to clear something. When you say you hover over the toilet, are you like crouching and like are you like a gargoyle hovering over the toilet seat? Like, are you doing the Batman pose?
How's the Batman pose? You know, I always wondered why Wonder Woman goes like that in her suit. You know what I mean? Or Supergirl. But no, it's kind of like I'm 6 feet tall, so I can stand up and try and get 2 inches from the bowl. You know. Well, I played college basketball, you know, so. And then you think you're, big and tough shit until all of a sudden, like, you actually see the Penn State bitches that are like 6'6", 6'8", and you're like, God damn. Thank God I don't have to post them up. Like, I played D3. But anyway, so.
I think we should get to our first sponsor. Do you think?
Oh, yes, definitely. We should definitely get to our first sponsor.
As always, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry?
No, go ahead.
Oh, you kind of cut out for me a bit. I didn't realize that you were talking. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we gotta talk about our paid sponsors for the evening. The other reason we have alcohol money. They pay for the set. They pay for
They pay for the sex. Oh my gosh.
They do.
They don't pay for mine. I try and get that for free.
The set. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
we have a sponsor
this-
for you today
Oh,
from
boy.
this new product called the Drinking Doodle. I think you can get some use for this, don't you, Epolight? The Drinking Doodle?
Drinking Doodle. Perfect
So
for the
basically-
office, PTA meetings, boring classes, polling stations, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere. When you
Yeah, so basically it's a pen. It's basically a flask and a pen. You can write with it and you can drink with it. So, you know.
well, that better be some
perfect for the
strong ass shit to go in a pen. Are we talking like a pen the size of a penis, or are we talking like a pen like
it's a pretty big
normal
pen.
size pen?
It's like pretty fat. It's like that long.
So it's definitely not you.
That's what she said.
Okay, so
Oh, all right. Well,
So-
at least you know.
So, you always have that problem. You got those bitches in the PTA meetings, parent-teacher conferences. You're like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to be that bitch, but, I got my bottle of water and I need my vodka, or in this case, some Everclear, because that shit's, 75% alcohol?
Everclear.
So yeah, like you need to get crunk. You need to get crunk on a hurry. This pen is it for you, okay? Like, and let's say like in stadiums, it you know how stadiums always try and confiscate shit. Like you can actually hide this. It's small enough and sleek enough to hide in places
Exactly.
as convenient like flesh pockets. So so when you got to sneak it in places, it's there, it's ready. Like who likes those, like be around other parent bitches? Like Johnny's so special, and you're just thinking, oh my god, Johnny is fucking special. Like and not really the good ways, And it's like you're tired of hearing about them bitches talk. So there you go. This pen is perfect to get your drink on. And you are perfect with that, it's kind of sleek, it's kind of good looking, and it has other options in a pinch. So
Okay.
you can enjoy this pen orally, or you can put it other places for if your man is rocking a micro penis. It's a shame when that happens, like I've dated a guy with a micro penis before, and I'll be honest, usually I only scissor with women, but that was an experience. It was so
the Drinking Doodle, ladies and gentlemen, you get your very own Drinking Doodle at www.com/ so it's www.drinkingdoodle.com. You can buy one. I think they're pretty cheap, actually. Epolight uses them all the time outside of the show. I tell her to stop, but
well, I use it mostly for the pocket rocket feature. You know what I mean? The bullet, it does come in handy when you want to drink as well. But
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
All right. So our guest this evening is a very personal friend. She's always hilarious. Let's bring out Smartie Martie out here. Smartie, get over here. Put your butt on that chair.
Oh, before we get started, I also want to say that Eagle Lord, the master of parties, the master of ceremonies, he is having his dodgeball competition going back on again.
Dodgeball.
So in the next couple of weeks, check out Eagle Lord's Dodgeball Arena. It's a very fun event. And after this show, we also have Slicks Rick's Comedy Hour, so make sure you check that out as well.
Oh yeah,
we try and support the people that help support us. So make sure you check out Slick Rick's after our show and check out Eagle Lord's Party. And if you guys want to be on the show, hit us up with that email. That way we can get you on the show. You can participate. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, go ahead and contact us at 5somewhereshow@gmail.com over here. Shoot the email. Come and hang out with us. Talk to us about whatever the hell you want. It could be anything,
Or, usually sexual stuff with me, but it's okay. You don't have to. It's just,
okay, I
want
to.
happens.
You say that, but I want to stress again, and I want to fucking make it clear. I answer the emails, okay? I'm the one typing back to you. Do not send any dick pics to us because she's not seeing them. I've had to deal with it. And I want
It's
to tell
true.
you, I don't want to see that shit. Okay?
Even if it's a better looking dick pic, not like some crusty old. I mean, they were some old
Exactly.
ass looking balls. I'm just saying.
And again,
Like, that fucker's seen some miles. Like, why would you use that?
Yeah, no. I mean, the dick pic we got, actually, I do want to say, if you're out there in the audience or watching us,
And was that a mole?
you need to get that checked. You need to go to the doctors. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look good. Anyway, yeah,
Smarty.
Marty, how are you doing?
How do you come on after that? You know?
Oh, she's
Oh,
breaking
she's
up for
breaking
me.
up. Smarty,
Oh, you
gotta
gotta
re-enter,
re-enter,
honey.
Smarty.
Oh my gosh, she was
Oh.
choked up. Did you see that? She was choked
She-
up. We
she
talk
was-
about dick pics and she got choked up.
She got
was-
choked up.
Don't you
Jesus.
hate when that happens? That's usually
Happens
how
to
my
me all the
guys
time.
would get me to shut up. I'm a talker if you don't notice. So usually when they shut me up, it's like usually, you know what I mean? It's like, fucking Christ, I finally get some words in. Dude, our soundboard guy,
Nice.
that was a good spot for you to play something. You know, it's like,
Oh, I didn't have anything like I was thinking about it, but I didn't think I had anything appropriate to be.
like our
Scream,
sound guy is the most
scream. I can do
polite
this.
sound guy ever. You know what I mean? Like he's like, I don't
There we
want to
go.
be rude. What
All right,
was it?
Marty, how
Oh, it
you
was a
doing?
scream.
All right.
Oh,
can
okay,
we
I
hear?
can hear it.
Can we hear
Yeah,
me now?
perfect. Yeah, can hear you perfect.
Yes.
now.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
I gotta
all right.
say, so I recently heard that you are the newest member of the 5 o'clock somewhere team as a moderator and sometimes
Yeah.
You recently heard that, right? Didn't you? You recently heard that person who runs the show.
Yeah. I mean, all right.
She's a co-host.
She's like scared to
Jeez.
talk. She's like, what is she gonna say? She's like, you know what this show's about, Smarty.
Yeah,
Yes.
you've been here enough times to. Someone's having a conversation. Guys, keep the conversations to the campfire. If you want, you can have a conversation in campfire. You don't have to be here. Anyway,
No.
Or
Marty,
just take it to the back, you know, like up by the thing, you know. Smarty is a little timid, but you know, talk to us, Smarty.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Tell us about yourself. You know, what are you drinking, by the way?
are you drinking anything?
Yeah, it's actually apple cider with a shot of whatever cheap whiskey is in the fridge because I forgot what it's
Ooh.
on.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Cheap whiskey in the
sounds-
fridge.
That sounds kind of
You know, I
fancy.
just thought of
Flavor
something,
whiskey.
I was like, I know the crazy fun fact that you can get drunk really fast by ingesting alcohol rectally. What about like vaginally? Like, does that
Oh,
work the same
God.
way?
No. You know what?
I think it
figured
would burn.
with the
Well,
You're gonna have
you know, I
yeast in there.
dated
You're
a
gonna get like
Jamaican
a-
guy who used to go down on
You're
me
gonna,
with
you're gonna
jerk
have
seasoning.
you're gonna have a
So
you're gonna
that
have a
burns.
fucking no, hold on. You're gonna have yeast in there, and you're gonna make a fucking brewery in your fucking vag.
Or it will just come out as bread.
Yeah.
There's yeast.
Do you
in
ever
bread.
bake a cake? You know?
No.
Oh man. I used to like chocolate, but you know, it's
Yeah. So
batch
Smarty,
cake
how long
sounds
have
nice.
you?
I don't know.
Yeah, veg cake. You know what? Out of all the things
I
I've
usually
heard
call it the pound cake. Hey, Daddy. Ooh, Daddy. Oh, I, Papi. I. Oh, okay.
And
I'm done.
that's when we know the cake is done.
So
Hold on,
it
hold
has
on,
an
hold on.
incubation
Hold
period
on.
of 9 months.
Hold on.
But
Let me
Okay,
let
sorry.
me frost it.
I'm
Let me
sorry, the
frost
man
it for you.
speaking. Man speaking.
Anyway. Okay. Smarty, how long have you been on Altspace for? How long have you been using Altspace for?
Yeah, how long have you been
I have
using?
to say probably 2 or 3 years. I had to go
2 or
to start
3
off
years?
with, so
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Have you ever considered Altspace Anonymous?
I think we need one. It's like, hi, I'm addicted to Altspace.
Yeah, I actually started with the
That's a
go-to.
good first step. I usually skip right to the 13th step, though. You know, I mean, it's,
Yeah, the 13th step. Yeah.
you know what that
Is that what you want to do? Is that where you want to go with this, Epolight? You want to tell people about the 13th step?
Well, I'm sure that
do you have the
Hold on,
patch
hold
or
on.
something?
Before you answer that,
Uh-oh.
is that what you want to do today here on this show? You want to tell
Is that your
people about the
final decision?
13th step?
Well, I mean, honestly, I know people that went to AA meetings to pick up chicks before, but you know, like it happens, you know, like I didn't even have a problem and I was like, oh, what's going on? You look hot, sexy. I know I didn't do that. I did not do that. I do have standards. I do have standards. Not saying that people like I mean I've known people in recovery, but it's you know, anyway.
What about you, Sturgis? You've been in recovery before, so what was that like?
Well, recovery for me involves a lot of robots,
Nice.
and that leaves
Wow.
me in an arguably worse position than I was.
Alrighty.
Oh man. Oh God.
Great
Play
soundbite.
sounds.
That was great.
All right.
Oh, shit.
So you've been here for 3 years. You say 3 years.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Have you ever because I know you've been around long. You've been around longer
Oh, she
than I
been
have.
around.
I've been here.
What are you trying to say? They're so fucking rude. These are our guests.
Experience.
You're supposed to say that in private, like, "Oh, that bitch been around," but not like
We
to
just have
that
a casting
face.
couch back there. You know, it's for the people who want to come on our show. We take it to the casting couch over there.
Mm.
That's
Is
where
that
you
how she
started,
got on?
actually.
Is that
That's how you
she-
got on. That's how you got the job.
Well,
I was
you
gonna
know,
say, right now there's only a dead guy on the casting couch, isn't there?
yeah. That was my fault. That was my
He
fault.
wasn't dead at
I'm
first.
sorry.
Mm.
So we should also open up the host panel for questions
Oh,
in
right,
case
right,
we
right,
do
right.
have
Okay.
questions.
So,
So
at
you
any
can
time
ask
during the show, you guys can click the raise hand button and we'll answer any of your questions. Doesn't even have to be related to any of this. It could be literally any question in the world, and we'll take a
Yeah.
crack at it. I see we have one
Okay.
already, and it's nope, it's gone,
Yay.
and it's gone.
Oh,
It's like that South Park meme, you know? They're like, and it's
And it's gone.
so Smarty, tell us about yourself. You know, we always talk about our most embarrassing drinking stories. So you got to tell us one.
Let's see.
You knew what this was going to be about. Usually our guests don't know that's coming, but
I'm trying to think of an embarrassing one. I would have to say the most current one was where I got drunk at the bar. I confessed my love to a friend, and then I ended up walking down the sidewalk to where I was staying, and I almost fell off the sidewalk.
You know what that reminds me? Not that I confessed my love, really. That reminds me of like the time I went to like the first like big high school party I've ever been invited to. I made a complete ass of myself. I got drunk. Like I got
you
way
don't
more
say.
drunk. Yeah, I got way more drunk than I like initially planned to be. Right, and I was hitting on this girl for like the longest time, and then she told me she was lesbian. And I was like,
No.
oh, yeah. And I was like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
okay.
That's
the
usually
sad
what they
story
say
begins.
to just get you out. That was like the one time I got stalked. You know, like the guy would not take
Nice.
no. The one time of the multiple 4 particular times. I mean, it's kind of a yeah, but like he just wouldn't get the hint, you know. And then he tried to buy me with sex, and I'm like, well, you know, no, thank you. Like I don't know, like I don't have.
You saying no thank you to sex?
Well, yeah, if
She
you're
didn't
gonna
know
fucking
him.
stalk me by the street, like it's one thing if I meet him at a bar, it might seem safe. You know what I mean? Like that, but This guy literally flew down the street, turned around, flew back down the street,
Hano over there needs a beer. I'm gonna try to aim for Hano.
and
Sorry,
I was
ignore me.
literally in the middle of a World of Warcraft raid. So I was like, I died early. I walked across the street and was like, guys, since I died early in this boss fight, I'm gonna go across the street and get some alcohol, like get some snacks and come back. So.
But that was a
Anyway.
dangerous mission.
Apparently, like I actually had to walk past my house. I'm like, this motherfucker, I don't want him to know where I live. One person broke in my house. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that was one of the bad stalker incidents.
That's crazy. Like I think about that a lot. Really, like women have to deal with a lot of shit that guys just don't.
Like you don't need to carry your keys in the form of a knife just in case to walk to your car.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
I
can
look
go
like a
to a bar,
12-year-old.
right?
He's like, so
he dubs for the police how to catch a predator.
Yeah, I'm one of the bait kids.
Yeah.
oh, you're the poster boy.
That's where I hired you from. I saw your How to Catch a Predator audition.
I gotta ask. That's a bad subject. So I was gonna say if you knew Jared Fogle, but
Sure.
let's just skip this.
But yeah, like I could
Anybody
I could
who
go to a
fucks
bar
with kids,
anytime I
they
want
deserve
to.
like a whooping. So that's all I'm
Yes.
trying to say. Before I call the police, just Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know, officer. This is how I found him in a bloody pool of his own blood. Oh, how are my knuckles sore? He slipped on my fist. Like I don't. I'm sorry. But anyway, Marty. So this got to come on it. Your most recent story. I'm talking. Give us your worst drunk story, okay? Like,
What's the worst thing you can think of?
I think the worst one would have been that day that I was told I got drunk and I puked on the floor, and then I was told I cleaned it up. I'm like, oh, nobody wants to clean up their own puke. I make it.
Well, at least you cleaned up after yourself. I remember the one bitch at the restaurant. Like, she fucking threw up all over the bar, the seat, and this. And then as they walk out to get their Uber, they literally like threw up in the lobby and put a napkin over it. Like seriously,
just like a little tent.
She pissed her pants. She's got piss all up on her pants. At least like I went to the toilet before I pissed myself.
Right.
I always try.
And then, like, I don't even drive a nice car, but if I was an Uber, there's no way I'm letting a pukey drunk bitch, pissed pants, probably on the verge of shitting herself, get in my fucking car, okay? Like,
yeah,
it's not going to happen. Like, anybody in the audience have a crazy story like that? Raise your hand. Let us know. Tell us.
Go ahead.
I know.
Go ahead, raise your hand.
I mean, we got Matt, the science guy here. I'm sure he's seen some stuff. He's a cool guy. He has Matt has a cool show.
Guy.
He has open mic night, right, Matt?
yes.
Oh, Matt, send us an email. We need to get you on our show.
Yeah, but
I got a question for Marty.
Yeah,
and I didn't hit the raise hand button this time, so you can't yell at me.
Thank God, you're part of the fucking team.
Yeah.
I just like pissing you off sometimes, I guess. Anyway, Marty, as you know, I ask everybody this, and I'm sure everybody's sick of this question, but what are your thoughts on robots and AI? Will they be the end of humanity, and why do you think that way?
Well, she already owns a sex bot, so...
I mean, I do. What?
Apparently, I owned a sex bot, so...
Am I the only one with one of those real dolls? I mean, honestly, it's...
Yes.
I'm sorry, anyway.
Yes.
I mean, I had to, like, mortgage the house, but...
Oh, God, they're probably going to take over.
Robots and AI, you think so?
I think so. Why wouldn't they? Sometimes they have a life of their own, a personality of their own, so I don't see why not.
I swear to God, my Roomba is always trying to fucking kill me.
No, you know what?
I live in that fucking thing.
No. You know why I think they won't? Right? I have one of those smart toasters at home, and that shit can't even fucking toast my toast right. So, fuck it.
Oh, so it's not smart then?
It's not smart, no.
We have Did they have smart toasters?
I think we're a long way from there. I think Sturgis,
We got a question from Pyro.
Ooh,
So I want to
question
put
from
Pyro on
Pyro. Go ahead.
megaphone.
Yep. Go ahead.
Gotcha. Pyro, give us your question.
You know what? I didn't have a question. This was from the worst drinking story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Now here we
Bring
go.
it up. Bring it up.
So, I ruined a college frat party because I bought the vodka gummy bears.
Oh
I
no.
bought like a crap ton.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
and they're not just like the normal. These were like in my closet for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Stale.
So
that's-
I ended the party
Jesus
like 3 hours early because everyone ate so many of them. They all blacked out.
Oh,
and me
geez.
knowing how strong they are, I'm probably the only one awake in the whole like building.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Oh god.
That-
Yeah.
That
That's
was
great.
God, that reminds me of my cab ride home. Like I would serve that drink and people would get so fucking drunk. And like you think at a restaurant, like a family restaurant, that wouldn't be a problem. But I don't know how many times people thought it was let's make a family in the restaurant after drinking those. You know what I mean? Like I still remember the first time I saw that woman giving her man a foot job. Like it was crazy. That's how you,
Ew.
That's niche.
I,
Yeah. There you
it needs to be a
go.
little bit louder.
That's
but
fucking primo, man.
wait. Is
That's culture.
SearchBot on megaphone?
He should be. He is.
So-
I messed with the volume
yeah.
settings.
Since nobody asked about the story, I'm gonna tell it anyway. So so I was there watching, and they were getting drunk, and they were fucking shit up. Like just taking them back, and it's strong. It's like 3 Long Islands in a glass strong. And like all I see is she takes her flip flop off, and like she's taking her man, you know what I mean, and rubbing her toes and foot between his member,
Oh,
and
Ew.
then and just going up and down the member, and she sees me
Don't-
looking at her,
Don't
and then
knock it till you try it.
ew.
In public?
Oh.
in a family
Pete.
restaurant,
No.
and
Pete.
and so
You know what?
and the,
You know
the, the
what?
crazy
It's-
part is there was like their
it's
3-year-old
beautiful
daughter
thing.
there, and she just starts going,
Oh,
Daddy,
okay.
Daddy,
Wait a
are you
minute.
okay?
Wait a minute.
And she turns
What the
around,
fuck?
knowing full well that I was looking at her, and said, Daddy's just fine, honey. Daddy's just fine. I'm like, you gotta be
Oh
kidding
my
me.
God.
Yeah,
Chris Hansen.
so,
That's disgusting.
well, I mean, obviously not to them, but I thought it was a little bit
No.
uncouth when he came up to the bar and asked for some beverage napkins. And I'm like, get your nasty ass the fuck away from me.
Oh,
Like, I knew
my
what those
God.
napkins are for. You know? So-
What about you, Marty? You give any foot jobs?
No. I can't stand feet.
Well, how about the old
But
go
you
to
can
the
stand on
movies
your
and
feet.
have the package
right?
and the
Yes.
popcorn trick? Have you fell for
The
that
what?
before?
Dig in the pot?
The
No.
hole in the popcorn trick. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's
Just
good.
reach down in and grab some popcorn. No.
Mm,
Am I the only one that falls for these things? Like,
probably. You know what? Yeah,
You
I
know,
think so.
I wasn't unimpressed,
That's,
but at the same time, like, and
You
the
were-
lady next
you
to
were
me kind of was like,
intrigued.
"Oh my gosh, I've never seen a woman eat popcorn in a bucket like that." But it was, anyway. So
Just head first into the bucket of popcorn.
well, that's one way to put it. Anyway. So, what else? Smarty, talk to us. We got about another, 5-6 minutes or 4 minutes before our next ad. So, anybody have any questions for Smarty?
Yeah, ask us some. It could be anything in the world, guys. Just ask us whatever.
Tell
Ask
us.
me what the credit card number is. You know, to the company credit. I'll give it to you.
So, Smarty, give us some more funny drunk stories.
I think
And she's died.
Marty, you there?
Well, we are having technical difficulties.
Can
It
we
looks
get
like
enough in the
she's
chat?
having a fun time with her sex bot. So she play the fiddle. So anyway, yeah, so while she comes back, gets lost, let's have a sing and dance. Da, 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 da. So what other crazy drunk
I
stories?
lost connection.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
I do
really?
have another one. But
She's
this was
alive.
it wasn't completely just drunk. I did a terrible mistake, right? This was at my brother's baby shower. It was the wife of my brother that her baby shower.
Okay.
So I went there and I was kind of bored out of my ass. So I started drinking. Like they
Bored
had
out of your ass. Okay.
yeah,
Was that kind of a party?
they had
That's
these
not where babies come from. I'm just saying.
So anyway, they had an open bar. They had whiskey. So I was just going to town, right? I was downing drinks, and
You don't say.
I was talking to I barely like this was the first time I met my I guess you would call him brother-in-law or would you? I don't know.
Okay.
He was the brother of the wife, right? So it was the first time meeting him, and we were just talking, and he was telling me
Is
he
that a
had like a stash
dick-in-law?
of I don't know. He was telling me he had a stash of pot. So I'm like, I'm already drunk, but you know what? I don't care. I'll take some pot, whatever. You know. So we're smoking, and my dumbass thinks it's a good idea to fucking. So not only am I smoking, not only am I drinking, but my dumbass thinks it's a good idea to eat like fucking an entire brownie as well. So I am fucking loaded at this
Oh
thing, and
boy.
it's supposed to be a family function, and I don't think I have to tell you, it was just horrible. I was on the floor like make the room stop spinning, like
And
it was
I
that kind
bet your wife's family was thinking,
of.
God, she really picked a fucking winner. You know?
Oh no, she wasn't there.
She really knows how to pick them. No, Doge is a good guy. He's a good guy.
Mm.
So I guess it might be time
Yes.
for our sponsor. So let's,
Yeah. So I want Sergius to get up on here and talk
yes.
about this next one because it
I am
does
Paul.
have to do with Sergius actually.
Oh
So our next
God,
sponsor
Is he the poster
actually
boy?
one of our own
Robo
products.
sex sleeves.
We're finally
Free the
No.
robots. Free the robots.
no. It's something
Free the
we've been
tits.
working on.
Oh, that's
It's something
me.
we've been working on personally.
Okay.
Something we want to give
Oh.
to the public. You can buy
You want to
your
give your
very
package to
own.
the public.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. I
Your
missed.
very own Doja's bar? No, that's our. That's your place.
Oh.
Oh, my heart.
We got merch, bitches.
Hold on a sec, I gotta cry. Anyway, hello everybody. I'm Sergius, Master Bullshitter, and I'm here to bring you our very first merch item, a SurgeBot plushie. You squish him and he says cool phrases like, hold on a sec, where's my computer?
What are your own phrases?
He's got phrases.
If you
There.
cautious, it means you get a free wish.
There's one of them, and a few others like some random dings, sad music, a
Random
really long,
dings.
shitty drum roll,
Drum
whatever.
hole.
Drum
Yes,
roll.
I love that
He-
drum hole.
The drum hole extension is sold separately. I mean, look at that cute little face. You don't want to do that to him.
Oh my.
So, what can you do with this bad boy? He's got a little USB port in a very nice place that we won't get into right now. You plug him into your computer and you can upload your own shitty sound bites onto it, and he'll say stupid stuff at not the best times. Other times, you'll expect him to say something and he won't say it at all. We're working
he
on the
had-
bugs here.
And he can raise his fucking hand instead of just shouting it out.
Exactly. He is a very polite bot, too. He
Aww.
comes with his own little blue guitar. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I can't look at it anymore. And while SurgeBot doesn't drink, if you use the promo code 5 o'clock somewhere, he even comes with his own little stein of virgin apple cider.
I've been trying to make him come for a
Oh,
while.
there you go,
but-
ladies and gentlemen. You
Wow.
get your very own Surge Spot plushie at the 5 o'clock somewhere website.
He had me at the USB plug-in port. I mean, like it kind of looks like the what was that? The Love Me Plenty's, boyfriend to go kind of thing, like plushie. You know what I mean? Like,
It was
It
a
is
arm
that.
pillow.
and is the plushie gay as well? Does it have the
Oh, absolutely. That's like,
plug-in
Oh,
attachment?
it's
That's
a plushie
implied.
disc. Wow.
Like so. If
he won't
your
turn on for you,
flashlight
Eppo, I'm
doesn't
sorry.
work, if your flashlight doesn't work, the plushie may dub as a friendly, funly toy. There you go. Serge will love every moment of it.
I mean,
Attention.
after you buy it, I guess you can do whatever the hell you want with it, but I'd advise against
Just don't
sticking your
tell
dick
us
in the
about
Surge
it.
Bot.
Yeah,
So you know that question I always ask about robots and AI taking over the world? That's a test. Be careful what you do with your surge bots, everybody.
oh. So there we have it.
There you go.
So how much time? Anybody have any questions? If not, that is okay. We have a couple more minutes. So
Yeah, go ahead and ask some questions. Or Marty, you can ask your very own question if you have.
Yes,
or any other.
Marty.
I'm not really sure if I have any questions.
Well, be silly, be crazy,
What?
go nuts.
Hold on. I have to do this. It only happens rarely on some shows, but I have to take a fucking wicked piss. So
I
I'll be
knew that was coming.
Again?
I knew it was coming.
A wicked
on a
piss.
This is this is the least professional host I've ever worked with, and I've only worked with one, so this is ridiculous.
Why does the alcohol always make him go pee?
He's probably jerking off. He's just trying to be polite.
He got his new surge bot
He's
plush.
like, oh, my new Surge Bot plushie.
Are you trying to say the Surge Bot is also a fleshlight?
Yeah,
I mean,
he just likes it sexy. Oh, it looks like we have a question. So, and we lost it. They're like, after that, I'm leaving.
I've got another question.
Okay.
Marty, what do you do for a living? Are you like a student? Do you do a job?
Yes. The question I thought nobody would ask.
She was
Believe it or
hoping.
not, yeah, because believe it or not, I am a janitor at a Mass Pike rest stop, so I deal with the whole bathroom stories every day.
Oh God.
Yeah, and why did you not bring this up during my true story? I mean, who else is going to talk about pissing all over themselves but me? I mean, and let's be honest, that wasn't even the worst of the stories that I've ever had. So, So we have
My favorite-
Spinflex. We're going to... Go ahead. Spinflex,
was
you're on
gonna
deck, so get ready.
I
Go
was gonna
ahead.
say my favorite is when you take a shit in a public restroom and it splashes right back up and kisses your asshole.
Oh no!
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's why I don't go there. Like, I don't even like putting
Yeah.
my own John. But,
As long as it's not the squat and splat, because that's what some people do.
Wow. Oh, gosh. What a shitty subject.
Whatever you get paid, you
All
should
right.
get paid more.
So, yeah, let's go to our question. Spin, you're on Megaphone. Talk to us. What is going on?
Do they still have
Hey,
the
can you hear
question?
me?
We can.
I can hear you.
Oh, great.
We'll cut that
All
part
right.
out in post.
That was a great question. So,
Was that it?
talk to us,
Really?
Spin.
I'm not sure what this is.
Oh,
well,
welcome
if
to the
you-
Drunk Talk Show. We have fun.
Okay,
We
so
tried to...
basically, me and Epolight, we try to run a talk show, but
We get
both
drunk.
we get drunk off our fucking ass. So we're trying to stay on topic, or whatever the fuck this is. I don't know. Sometimes it goes well. Sometimes it's a train wreck. Sometimes Epolight drops her drink and shatters glasses.
It's
But,
true. Speaking of train wrecks, yeah.
Oh my life.
So good stuff. Good stuff. Sorry. Alrighty.
But yeah, if you have
So
any
yeah,
questions, you can
let's
raise your hand
go.
and we'll answer. Spin flip.
S-
Is that?
Yeah, it was the same person. So
Oh,
Smarty,
that's the same person.
go
Okay.
in more of like what was some of the grimiest things you've had to do? Because at the end of my story, you know what? I'm gonna pull my story up, okay? Because this fucking happens. I used to work at a casino in Atlantic City. It was one of the best, especially at the time, the Brigada. And I remember, yes. So I go to work after hours. I was going to gamble at my place. And they had like beautiful stalls, you know, like the full door stalls. And I opened one up, and
I would
I
love
don't
those.
know how fucking drunk this bitch was. She was fucking plastered because, like, right there, I opened the door and there's literally shit on the seat. All right. And I know it's a shitty subject, but
we're going back to this.
yeah,
Good
and so
shit.
then it
Okay.
globbed down on the floor. And I'm like,
Oh,
if that wasn't bad enough, there was a stiletto heel in that's like must have slipped and
no!
fell. Fucking
And
slipped
she's right
and
in it
fell.
all. That would be
And
gross.
then the next thing you see is like a shitty ass cheek on the floor and like a handprint and shit. And I'm just like, dude, I've seen a couple walk of shames in my life. You know what I mean? That that was pretty fucking disgusting. And then I just remembered there was like a cleaning cart lady, and she spoke Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, but if you tell me what the Spanish word is for "I quit" 3 or 4 times, that's probably what she said, because she left the cart there and just walked the fuck out. Like, it was brutal, and it was probably one of the
Sometimes I
worst
think people
things.
leave those kinds of messes for me because I just clean it anyways.
I mean, no, but like, how drunk do you gotta be? Like, literally, you still had to wash your hands, and then imagine, like, if that was my friend, I'm a pretty loyal friend, but at some point, I'd be like, yeah, no, that bitch ain't getting in my car. You want to find your own man. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I might be a ride or die until it comes to shit like that.
Look,
You
what's
know.
the worst thing you've seen, right? In like on your job.
Was it worse than that? A
I've
slippy
had
stiletto.
I've had some times where like I would see shoes in the stall and there was like somebody's nasty badge blood on their floor, and somebody thought they died, but no, I was like, no, that's probably not what happened. It's probably just got embarrassed
in your shoe
and ran. It was near the shoes, so somebody thought that there was a person in trouble, and I was like, no, it's probably just badge blood.
Got it. So if we had not scared away all of our guests today,
Yeah. Hey, you asked.
of our people today, our audience members.
Blood. That sounds rich and iron.
I know, it's disgusting.
I would rather say, what was your second most disgusting thing? I need a drink. I'm drinking after that one.
I would say there was one time I was cleaning the bathroom and some drunk ass woman comes in, knocks all my cleaning supplies out of the way real quick, walks into the stall, lifts her skirt, and just squats and piss. And I was just like, you could at least shut the door. I don't want to see anything that's going on.
Talk about getting moons. Like,
She just lifted her skirt and went. No door shut, no nothing.
It's like when a cat
She's
gets
like, I
pissed
couldn't
at you
hold
and they
it.
piss on your
It's
shoes.
like my cat.
I don't think I've ever had my cat just so disrespect me by pissing on my shoes before. I'm glad you have a demon cat. So we have 3 minutes to go.
3 minutes. Let's quickly plug the YouTube channel. We are on YouTube,
right.
folks. If you want to check us out, all our episodes are on there. You can check us out at VR Arcade on YouTube.com. We are planning on posting some other content on there as well. We're going to do some gaming stuff, what have you.
Yeah, I still got to get the 3080 graphics card. Until then, my setup is shit. Also, I want to plug Eagle Lords Dodgeball Arena. It's coming up soon, so make sure you check that out.
Dodgeball.
Eagle
Go
Lord's
ahead.
Dodgeball Arena. So we should have him talk about that again as a guest one of these days. But anyway,
Yeah, we
so any last questions before we end the show?
Any last words?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we are open for any last questions or any last comments.
Frankie,
Click the
what's
raise
up?
hand button.
I was gonna say Frankie has one.
Well,
you
Party
gotta
Pyro.
you gotta click the
And
raise
it's
hand button on the
gone.
bottom.
We got Party
On the-
Pyro back on, so
No party
Alright,
fire, yep.
On a scale from 1 to horse, how drunk are you?
on
What
a
the
scale
horse?
of 1 to 4,
No,
let's see.
I mean, you ride both, but like the animal.
What?
Well, I have never
I'm
had
gonna have to go with
sexual
horse.
relations with the horse. I am a.
You know what? Epolight hasn't dropped her drink, so I'd say she's moderate.
Well, I didn't eat, and this time, okay. So usually, like, what happens is I kind of free ball, the liquor. This time,
You
I
forget
actually,
you
I-
forget sometimes that the table over here isn't real,
I
and
know,
you
it's
drop
true.
your fucking drink on the floor.
well, I start lining up my table with this table.
Okay, well
Yeah.
that's a good note. Yeah.
But yeah, I actually
That's
used a
good.
jigger tonight and actually measured out 2 ounces of tequila and 1.5 ounces of the other mixer, triple sec type melon shit. So I'm not drunk this time. Usually, like, I swear I've been making my drinks with like 4 or 5 ounces of tequila and just getting
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
plastered. So
I'm at a comfortable level right now where I'm stuttering over my words, but I can still think.
well, yeah, you still couldn't control yourself to piss during the show. It's only a fucking
I
hour,
know.
bro.
It's
a fucking hour.
Look, I've been drinking since like the very end of our last show, so I'm just like downing drinks. And I gotta get.
So an hour and a half. Congratulations.
All
right,
he was
so-
definitely pre-gaming.
So that is our show for this evening. Thank you so much for
That is our show.
participating.
Thank you for coming to our show. Come again next Tuesday. I promise Epolight is going to be more drunk than she is today.
Yeah.
Always,
Well,
as always.
my brother is in town too, so like I'm really gonna get more drunk. I
Nice.
love him to
Okay.
death. He lives in San Francisco. He's a great guy, but sometimes he makes me drink. So
All right, as
You
always,
made
thank
me
you for
do
coming
it.
too. It's 5:00 somewhere. I'm DogeCola. This has been Epolight. Our
Also,
lovely
if you're a music
on-board
person-
artist over there, Surges, and our guest today, Smartie Martie. So yeah, if you want to come and be a guest on our show, you can email us at 5somewhereshow@gmail.com. Until next time, we hope to see you there.
and we also now take musical guests as well. So if you want to just be a
As a
musical
guest.
guest at the end.
Yep.
And sing better than I do, which sounds like a drunken cat getting run over.
I feel that. I used to have a good singing voice, and then I started hormones, and now I gotta figure all that shit out again.
Okay. Well, that's okay. You will find your voice.
We are done.